You're listening to Your Sound, 89.9 KWAR, Waverly.
From the studios of Your Sound, 89.9 KWAR, in the McElroy Communication Arts Center, this is Apples to Apples. Let's meet today's contestants. These apples like to eat anything and everything. Please welcome from Adjective City, the Green Apple Card. These apples like to eat people, places, things, or ideas. Please welcome from downtown, the Red Apple Card. And now, here is the host of Apples to Apples, Tristan Gardner.
Greetings, healthy listeners. Welcome to Apples on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Thanks for staying tuned to this station because we have had a baseball game that had been going on since 4 o'clock. It ended just a little bit after 6, but I always like to start my shows at the top of each hour. I don't want to start them a few minutes after, like at 6:10, because it doesn't give the listeners enough time to vote for one of the green apple cards in the 30-minute round. But since it's on the air, I just wanted to let you know that Apples to Apples will go on until 9 tonight, not until 6 tonight, because that hour has passed. But next week will be the series finale, and I will plan something very, very special to celebrate 100 episodes of Apples to Apples over the air during the past 4 years on KWAR. But right now, we are going to go to our first round of Apples to Apples after a 3-hour delay. We are now looking for something that is boring. Boring. And the synonyms for boring are dull, tedious, and monotonous. And the red apple cards competing for the most boring are Thanksgiving Day, the fourth Thursday of November in the United States, the second Monday of October in Canada. Next we have Family Values, often cited but seldom understood. John Travolta. He was born in 1954. An American actor in Welcome Back, Kotter, Grease, Saturday Night Fever, and Pulp Fiction. That man can dance. And finally, my 16th birthday. Dad, can I have the keys to the car, please? Okay, we're looking for something that is boring, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most boring are Thanksgiving Day, Family Values, John Travolta, and my 16th birthday. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards, the phone lines are now open. The number is 319-352-8306. The number again, 319-352-8306. And for those of you who are not familiar with the time change for this afternoon, I just wanted to let you know that Apples to Apples was delayed because of the baseball game this afternoon. But Apples to Apples is on the air right now, so please be sure you tell your friends about it and be sure to tune in. So, we are now going to go to our first song of the show, and it is Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. You're listening to Apples on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. That was Lady Gaga with The Edge of Glory. If you're just tuning in, we are now playing songs that were popular on KWAR during the 2011-2012 school year. And if you're just tuning in, we are now looking for something that is boring, and the 4 red apple cards competing are Thanksgiving Day, Family Values, John Travolta, and my 16th birthday. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards, call the number now, 319-352-8306. The number again, 319-352-8306. Now, let's get to some more music. The next one is Don't Wanna Go Home by Jason Derulo. You're listening to Apples to Apples on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Jason Derulo. Girl talk. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. We are still looking for something that is boring, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most boring are Thanksgiving Day, Family Values, John Travolta, and my 16th birthday. The number is 319-352-8306 if you would like to cast your vote. Don't forget, we are playing songs that were popular on KWAR during the 2011-2012 school year. Girl Talk by Ultraviolet Sound was the last song played, and now we will go to a commercial break, and then we'll be right back with some more music with You Make Me Feel on your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR, that was Cobra Starship with You Make Me Feel Good. We are still looking for something that is boring, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most boring are Thanksgiving Day, Family Values, John Travolta, and My 16th Birthday. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards for the most boring, the number is 319-352-8306. The number again, 319-352-8306. You have just a few minutes left to vote for the most boring. And remember, you can always listen to this station online anytime at wartburgcircuit.org. Anytime, anywhere. But right now we are going to go to Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5 on your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR, that was Maroon 5 with Moves Like Jagger. Let's announce the winner of the most boring. And since nobody voted this half hour, not surprised, I'm going to have to vote for, well, I wouldn't necessarily call this boring, but I'm going to have to say Thanksgiving Day, because on NBC they have Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade at 9 a.m. everywhere. And then at noon, they have the National Dog Show. And then they have a movie, at least until 4 o'clock. But right now, let's go to round 2 of Apples to Apples. We are now looking for something that is twisted. Twisted. And the synonyms for twisted are distorted, warped, and perverted. And the 4 red apple cards competing for the most twisted are television, 164 channels and nothing worth watching. Next we have Berlin, 1945, Adolf Hitler's Last Stand. Speeding tickets. No, officer. I don't have any idea how fast I was going. And finally, Albert Einstein. He was born in 1879 and he died in 1955. A German-born American physicist and Nobel laureate who created theories of relativity. Nice hair. We're looking for something that's twisted, and the 4 red apple cards competing are television, Berlin 1945, speeding tickets, and Albert Einstein. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards, the number is 319-352-8306 for the most twisted. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Apples to Apples at this time, I'll give you a good reason why. There was a baseball game that has been going on, or that was going on this afternoon, from 3:30 rather, to around 6:15. So if you're unfamiliar with this time change, this is only temporary, because next week is the series finale, and it will air at its regular time, next Friday from 4 to 6. So, just wanted to let you know that. But right now, we are going to go to our next song, Nothing by The Script. You're listening to Apples to Apples, right here on your Sound 89.9 KWAR.
So put me back together now, stitch by stitch.
Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Javier Colin with Stitch by Stitch was the song that just played. And remember, you can always listen to this station online at wartburgcircuit.org. That's wartburgcircuit.org. All one word. Now, we are still looking for something that's twisted, and the 4 red apple cards competing are television, Berlin 1945, speeding tickets, and Albert Einstein. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards for the most twisted, the number is 319-352-8306. The number again, 319-352-8306. We'll play 2 more songs, and then we'll head to a pre-recorded Riddler segment that was done on February 15th of this year, featuring KWAR co-sports director Nathan Ford. But right now, we are going to go to 2 more songs, and then we'll get to the Riddler segment, right here on your Sound 89.9 KWAR.
It feels just like it was yesterday.
This time I'm not leaving without you.
It's your Sound 89.9 KWAR, and someone has given me some riddles to ask somebody this week. We'll see who that person who has given me riddles is.
Batman, I'm having trouble. It's the Riddler.
Getting riddled in the Riddlers segment this week is my good friend, co-sports director for KWAR, Nathan Ford.
What's up, Tristan?
Not very much. Thanks for coming.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And yes, I know some of these riddles will stump you. That's just like they have stumbled other guests. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll get at least one right.
I hope so.
Okay, riddle me this. Poor people have it. Rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. What is it?
I have no idea.
The answer is nothing.
What?
Poor people have nothing.
Oh, I got it.
All right, riddle me
Wow,
this.
that was hard.
What comes down but never goes up?
Gravity?
No.
Jeez, I don't know. These are hard.
The answer is rain.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Riddle me this. I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
I don't know.
All right, I'll give you a little hint.
Okay.
You see it burning.
Oh, it's a fire.
Well, not quite. You might call that a flicker. You see it when you're wanting to sit down at a table for a
Oh, a
Thanksgiving.
candle.
Yeah, that's right. You got it right.
Yes.
See, I told you you'd get one right.
Yeah.
Riddle me this. How can a pants pocket be empty and still have something in it?
It has a hole in it?
That's right.
Yes.
Excellent. Way to go. Riddle me this. What goes up when rain comes down?
Water?
No.
The sun?
No.
Clouds?
No. I'll give you a little hint. You
Okay.
carry it in the rain.
Oh, an umbrella.
That's right.
Gosh, I don't even think about these.
You need to think. The riddles keep you thinking.
Yeah, they
Riddle me
do.
this. What is the longest word in the dictionary? And no, it is not anti-disestablishmentarianism.
The longest word in the dictionary.
That's right.
Um,
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
The word isn't long at all.
Man, that one's hard. I don't know.
The answer is smiles, because there is a mile between each S.
What? Okay. That one doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. Some of these riddles don't make sense, but you'll get them.
I kind of see what they're going for.
Excellent. Riddle me this. If I drink, I die. If I eat, I'm fine. What am I?
A fish?
No, you were going to say the right response, but you said fish instead of the correct response.
Jeez, I don't know.
The answer is a fire.
Ah, man. That's what I had earlier, and I should have thought of that.
Yeah, you were on the right track, but you said fish instead.
Yep.
Okay, here's your final riddle for the week. Riddle me this. What occurs once a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years?
Once a minute, twice in a moment. What does moment mean?
2 minutes or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
The answer is the letter M.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, kids. And you know why? 'Cause I'm the Riddler.
I want to thank Nathan Ford for stopping by into the radio station for the Riddler segment this week. And I know some of these riddles stump you. They stump some other guests too, so don't feel bad.
Oh, those are really hard. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, you shouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it. And
It was fun.
Okay, that was the Riddler segment featuring Nathan Ford, and that particular Riddler segment aired on February 15th of this year. We are still looking for something that is twisted, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most twisted are television, Berlin 1945, speeding tickets, and Albert Einstein. The number is 319-352-8306 if you would like to cast your vote for the most twisted. Let's go to our next song, Without You by David Guetta. You're listening to Apples right here on your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. That was Britney Spears with Criminal. Let's see who the winner is for the most twisted. Tying for second place, or third place rather, we have television and speeding tickets with 0 votes each. And our co-winners are Berlin and Albert Einstein with 1 vote each. Now, let's go to round 3 of Apples to Apples. We are now looking for something that is exquisite. Exquisite. And the synonyms for exquisite are excellent, refined, and flawless. And the 4 red apple cards competing for the most exquisite are going to church, weddings, funerals, bazaars, and bingo. Swiss cheese. Guess it comes from holy cows. Oh, that was a bad joke. Mel Gibson. He was born in 1956. An Australian actor known for The Road Warrior, Braveheart, and Lethal Weapon 1 through 4. And finally, toasters. Wait, don't stick that fork in there. Okay, we're looking for something that is exquisite, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most exquisite are Going to Church, Swiss Cheese, Mel Gibson, and Toasters. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards for the most exquisite, the number to call is 319-352-8306. The number to call again, 319-352-8306. Let's go to some more music, shall we? You're listening to Apples to Apples. We are going into hour number 2 on your sound 89.9 KWAR. This is KWAR. KWAR Waverly. You're listening to Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Broadcasting from Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa.
You don't know a thing about me.
Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. That was Kelly Clarkson with Mr. Know-It-All. Remember, you can always listen to this station online at wartburgcircuit.org. Wartburg Circuit, that's one word, .org. Now, let's go to our next song, Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People on Apples to Apples on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. We are still looking for something that is exquisite, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most exquisite are Going to Church, Swiss Cheese, Mel Gibson, and Toasters. 319-352-8306 is the number to call if you would like to cast your vote. And if you're just tuning in right now, you're listening to Apples at this time because there was a baseball game going on at 3:30, and it didn't end until just a little after 6, and it started just about an hour ago. Apples to Apples will end at 9 tonight. And you can listen to this station online anytime, anywhere at wartburgcircuit.org. That's Wartburg Circuit, one word, .org. Just click on the KWAR audio tab. But right now, let's go to some of the adventures that I've had this past week before we get to a commercial break. This is Apples to Apples right here on your sound 89.9 KWAR.
Apples to Apples presents a special feature. It's time for What Has Tristan Done This Past Week? What Has Tristan Done This Past Week is a segment that tells the story of what Tristan's done this past week. Simple as that, is it not? And now, telling his own story of what he has done this past week, here's Tristan Gardner.
Saturday, I did 2 loads of laundry and then did a little bit of housework. I took some recyclables out while I was at it.
What happened on Sunday?
Sunday, I kicked back and relaxed for most of the day. Then I went to be an extra in the short film Chasing Neptune, which premieres at the Waverly Palace Theater on Tuesday, May 21st.
What happened on Monday?
Monday, I was pretty pressured because I had several things due this week. Let's see, should I run down the list? Too late, I'm running down the list. Let's see, Tuesday I had my first sidebar story due. Thursday I had my second sidebar story due. And Friday I had my video due.
What happened on Tuesday?
Tuesday I felt a sense of relief since Professor Cliff Brockman moved the due dates back by 1 day. But that was all I needed. But I still had the first sidebar story due.
What happened on Wednesday?
Wednesday I engineered the baseball game. Sure took a long time to end though, since the Knights thought they had won, but in reality they did not.
What happened on Thursday?
Thursday, my mother came to the Manors to help me out with my online exit counseling session. Boy, it sure was frustrating.
And what happened today?
Today I found out that I had to postpone my radio show since there was a baseball game on today. But all that matters is that it's on now. I also found out that the banks my mother and I went to didn't open until 8:30 or 9. So I'm gonna have to go next week, Monday at the earliest, because I don't want to miss my chance to host the series finale of Apples to Apples. Well, just one episode left, and that means next week will be the last. So see you then. So long, everybody.
This has been What Has Tristan Done This Past Week, where Tristan Gardner tells the story of what he has done this past week in his own words. Tune in next week on Apples to Apples at 5:15 for the final installment of What Has Tristan Done This Past Week.
But I won't be gone for too long.
Your sound, 89.9 KWAR. We are still on the air. Apples to Apples is still on the air and will be, in fact, anywhere on wartburgcircuit.org. So if you plan to listen in, be sure to go to that website or have it tuned in to 89.9 FM on your radio dial. We are still looking for something that is exquisite, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most exquisite are Going to Church, Swiss Cheese, Mel Gibson, and Toasters. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards, the number is 319-352-8306 if you would like to vote for the most exquisite. The number again, 319-352-8306. All right, let's go to our next song, Why I Love You by Kanye West and Jay-Z. You're listening to Apples on your sound 89.9 KWAR.
Please, Lord, forgive him for not know what they do.
Your Sound, 89.9 KWAR, Jay-Z and Kanye West with Why I Love You. Remember, you can always listen to this station online anytime, anywhere at wartburgcircuit.org if you are unable to tune in to 89.9 FM on your radio dial. And if you're just tuning in to Apples to Apples right now, Apples to Apples will be on until 9 o'clock tonight because there was a baseball game that started at 3:30 and ended just a little bit after 6. And I wanted to start at the top of the hour, which was 7 o'clock, because it didn't give enough time to some of the voters who wanted to vote for the green apple card in play. But right now, we are going to announce the winner of the most exquisite. Tying for second place, we have Going to Church, Mel Gibson, and Toasters with 0 votes each. And the winner is Swiss Cheese with 2 votes. Nice job. All right, let's go to our final round of Apples to Apples for the week. We are now looking for something that is hostile. Hostile. And the synonyms for hostile are antagonistic, aggressive, and warlike. And the 4 red apple cards competing for the most hostile are AIDS, or, as we know it, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Next we have elephants, the largest living land mammal. The 2 species are Indian and African, not counting Dumbo. There are no American elephants. Sorry. Cell phones. Get off the phone or get off the road. And finally, remote controls. The world's handiest invention. That is, if you can find it. And the 4 red apple cards competing for the most hostile, which is the green apple card in play right now, are AIDS, elephants, cell phones, and remote controls. And remember, get off the phone or get off the road. It's not safe to talk on the phone while you drive. 319-352-8306 is the number to call if you would like to cast your vote for the most hostile. The number again, 319-352-8306. Let's go to another song. Love You Like a Love Song by Selena Gomez on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Your Sound 89.9 KWAR, LMFAO with Sexy and I Know It. Remember, you can always listen to this station online anytime, anywhere at wartburgcircuit.org. That's Wartburgcircuit, one word, .org. And remember, if you're just tuning in, Apples to Apples is on right now because there was a baseball game going on this afternoon. So Apples to Apples started 3 hours behind schedule. But next week, Apples to Apples will air at its regular time, and there will be something very special planned for that. But right now, we are still looking for something that is hostile, and the 4 red apple cards competing for the most hostile are AIDS, elephants, cell phones, and remote controls. If you would like to vote for any of those 4 red apple cards for the most hostile, the number to call is 319-352-8306. The number to call again, 319-352-8306. We are still playing songs that were popular during the 2011-2012 school year. Song requests are still open if you would like to request a song, at least until 9 o'clock. That's when I will leave the studio. But right now, we are going to go to our next song on Your Sound 89.9 KWAR.
Apples to Apples presents another special feature. It's time for
Tristan's
Crazy
Tales.
Tristan's
Crazy
Tales.
It's Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Yes, it is time for my crazy tales, isn't it? And I have a couple of stories, at least one of them, maybe 2, but we will see what happens. So, here is story number 1, and I will get to that on another page. So, a hero helped police get to the bottom of a crime by pulling off a burglar's trousers. Courageous Chris Newberry, who was 56 years old, caught 21-year-old Muhammad Ali upstairs in his home and clung to his clothes as he tried to escape. Ali wriggled out of the baggy trousers and fled in his underpants, but police arrested him after forensic officers identified his DNA. Chris, a heating engineer, says that he threatened him that he had a knife, but I was determined to hang on to him. Apparently, Ali of Cardiff pleaded guilty to burglary, assault, and criminal damage and was jailed for 2 years and 8 months. Can you believe that? A hero catches a criminal by pulling down his trousers. Can you believe that? Here's my second story. A litter of tiny gray kittens were given a second chance at life before they were ever born. The owner of the mother cat wasn't interested in having the kittens and unwilling to let the cat mom give birth and found a vet to do the spay abort. Apparently, the mama was someone's pet and unspayed, and they were getting help from the SPCA to get a low-cost spay done. They are getting fatter by the minute and turning into real little kitten persons. They are 4 boys and 2 girls. And apparently there was another story about 6 kittens born in a prison cell. A cat sneaked inside a prison and gave birth to 6 kittens. A jail employee found the new mom inside a truck normally used to transport inmates. Animal center staff arrived to collect the family, but the frightened cat ran off before it could be caught and left the kittens behind. The litter had to be bottle-fed every 2 hours until they were reunited with the cat, which was captured inside Park Prison the next day. Cat's protection manager, Sue Dobbs, who was 46, said, "It's the first time we've rescued a cat from inside the walls of a well-guarded prison. The kittens were named Jessica, Sherlock, Christy, Marple, Kojak, and Morse, and their mum, Agatha. They will spend 8 weeks at the rescue center before being rehomed." So those are my crazy tales for this week. And next week we'll have a special Crazy Tale segment where I have archived all of the crazy tales that I have told during the past year. As for the Apple Cards, we are still looking for something that is hostile, and the 4 red Apple Cards competing are AIDS, elephants, cell phones, and remote controls. The number to call, 319-352-8306. More music is coming up now on your Sound 89.9 KWAR. Your Sound 89.9 KWAR. That was Nicki Minaj with Super Bass. It's time to announce the winner of the most hostile. And since nobody voted this round, I'm going to have to go with AIDS because it is very hostile on your body. And people die at a premature age because of that. Remember Jerry Frankel? For those of you who watched Jeopardy's Tournament of Champions back in 1985, you'll probably know it. But Jerry Frankel was the first champion in Jeopardy's Tournament of Champions. All right, that's it for this week's episode of Apples to Apples. Very special episode of Apples to Apples next week. You don't want to miss it. Be sure to tune in next week from 4 to 6 for the series finale right here on your Sound 89.9 KWAR. So until then, enjoy your healthy apples.
Broadcasting from Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa, this is your Sound 89.9 KWAR.